could be completed on a schedule for 20.
What are you doing every day? What is your daily work? You are dreaming on your office, or you are not attending at your office? Answer me.
I am carrying out all of my duties as CEO in a professional manner. There are procedures in place at MTR for the management and review of the projects. Those procedures were carried out.
Mr. Walter, as CEO, do you wait to be informed every day? Is that your main task?
No.
I think you've answered my question.
MTR.
Your job is to wait to be informed.朱樹根議員佢答咗啲問題啦。佢係等報告嘅啫，佢係。
What? You think our accent is hard to understand? I don't think so, Law. Using English as a tool to initiate communication happens in Hong Kong every single day. Get ready for all the stats that I'm going to show you to explain why English is so important and what factors influence the use of English and the English language teaching. According to the population census in 2011, Hong Kong has a population of 7,071,576 people. Demographically speaking, Chinese population made up to 94%, with the other 6% of the population was consisted of the ethnic groups as shown in the pie chart. Are you wondering what languages people are using in Hong Kong? Without a question, 89.5% of people use Cantonese. On the other hand, people who define English as their dominant language contribute to 1.4% of the whole population. With such a small amount of people considered as English speakers, quote-unquote, then why English is so important to Hong Kong? It all started with the colonial period. The UK had ruled Hong Kong for a century before China retrieved the sovereignty back in 1997. During the British reign, people in Hong Kong were forced to learn English due to the English power. After 1997, according to the One Country, Two Systems, Hong Kong gets to continue to be a capitalist city, also keeps its administrative system. English is, therefore, still one of the official languages in Hong Kong, and it is required that you have to be fluent in both Cantonese and English if you want to be a civil servant. All legal documents have to be written in both traditional Chinese and English according to the Basic Law. Yes, politically speaking, the English power has become not as strong. But you shouldn't be surprised how being able to speak English has helped people in Hong Kong to build an international city. As one of the world's leading international financial and trading centers, Hong Kong has a major capitalist service economy characterized by low taxation and free trade. For similar reasons, tourism is another factor that enables Hong Kong to grow. With people from many countries coming to visit and work in Hong Kong, it is essential to pick a neutral language for communication. Many people in Hong Kong often find the need to improve their English to deal with communications with foreigners, and the need is usually business-driven or tourist-related. As for pop culture, Hong Kong teens tend to find Japanese or Korean singers more attractive. We do listen to English songs, but just not that often. One of the reasons could be English pop songs nowadays are hard to sing along with. Singers in Hong Kong try to mix English words in Cantonese songs in the hope to make themselves sound, I don't know, cooler maybe? But I always find it funny and I always make jokes of them with my friends. For example, these guys.
Mama easy, mama don't worry.
The daily use of English in Hong Kong among the locals has developed into a unique form in terms of phonetics, phonics, and especially in pragmatics, such as adding Cantonese particles in English sentences like I don't think so, lor, and what are you saying, ah? The third example shown here, laugh dai me, is a direct word-by-word translation from Cantonese, meaning laugh out loud. The fourth example is a typical wordplay so popular in Hong Kong that is now listed in the Urban Dictionary. Here is the explanation. Being an English teacher in Hong Kong has to be familiar with how English is used in Hong Kong. Mixing English words in Cantonese sentences has become a part of the daily life conversation for most Hong Kongers. Also, there are lots of English terms used in Hong Kong do not share the same meanings as they are used in other countries, so be alert. Last but not least, let's focus on the educational aspects that influence English teaching. In Hong Kong, children start to learn both English and Cantonese in preschools. Some of the schools now provide Mandarin courses as well. The compulsory education starts from 1st grade to 9th grade, in which English is one of the core courses. After 1997, with the promotion of mother tongue instruction in the public school system, schools are encouraged to use Cantonese and Chinese materials in their curriculums. As a result, many English schools, which had used English materials for all the courses except for Chinese class, converted into Chinese schools. In those Chinese schools, students only get to have English classes around 8 hours a week. The teaching focus is heavily grammar-based, using books mostly from British publishers. Textbooks are very cultural-based about British holidays and customs, as well as terms such as using lift as elevator, tube referring underground transportation. One good thing about the public English education in Hong Kong is that students have debate class and group discussion practice so that they will be prepared when they go to universities, which are all taught in English with some exceptions. Generally, people are not satisfied with public education. Therefore, private English schools are established to offer all sorts of English courses. For example, it is a trend to have young kids to attend playgroups. Playgroups usually led by a teacher from English-speaking countries. During the class, the teacher will only use English to communicate, trying to create an English-only environment for the children to learn English. The public school system doesn't allow teachers to choose their own materials, and they have a fixed curriculum to follow. Private English schools, on the other hand, offer courses that are specific to certain areas. For example, business English, tourist English, English test preparation courses, etc. These courses are more student-based and less cultural-based.